Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we are going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Xander Stone won the All Valley tournament during the events of Cobra Kai Season 4? So in this timeline, Xander would want to compete in the 2019 All Valley tournament, and Topanga Karate would still be one of the biggest dojos in the valley. Xander Stone would have spent the last year training and preparing for this day. Xander would want to reclaim his title of All Valley champion after losing it to Miguel during last year's tournament. And this time around, Xander wouldn't be overly confident, so he would start winning his matches, and the events of Cobra Kai would continue. Cobra Kai, Eagle Fang, and Miyagi-Do would also compete, and they would also start winning their matches. Cobra Kai would still have their deal with Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do. Xander would take Kenny's place in the qualifier rounds, so Xander would fight Robby in this timeline. Xander wouldn't be overly confident, and he would remember Robby as last year's runner-up, and he would remember Cobra Kai's no mercy philosophy, so Xander would fight with caution. So Robby would remember Xander as the previous All Valley champion, so Robby would be fighting offensively, but Xander would be prepared for Cobra Kai's aggressive fighting style. The score would be 2-2, and even though the referee was on Robby's side, Xander would be more prepared, and he would get the upper hand. Xander would use his fancy kicks as the last resort, and he would land the final point on Robby, so Xander would defeat Robby in this timeline, and he would advance to the semifinals. Kreese and Terry Silver would be disappointed, and Robby would storm off. Daniel would be happy that Robby was eliminated, because Cobra Kai's chances of winning the All Valley tournament would have been lowered, so Daniel would want to go talk to Robby. He would tell Robby that he now knows firsthand that Cobra Kai's style of fighting doesn't work, and that maybe if he had balance and used Miyagi-Do he could have won, but Robby still wouldn't want to listen to Daniel in his timeline. Johnny would want to go find Robby, and he would want to see if he was okay, but Robby wouldn't want to talk to Johnny, and the events of Cobra Kai would continue. Eli would still fight Miguel in this timeline, and those events would stay the same. Miguel would still be injured, so Eli would still advance to the finals. Xander would be disappointed that he wasn't going to be fighting Miguel, but he would still be ready to reclaim his title. Xander would fight Dimitri in the semifinals, and much like Robby did in the original timeline, Xander would defeat Dimitri, so Xander would make it to the finals. Xander would fight Eli in the finals, and he still wouldn't be overly confident, and in this timeline, Eli would only be fighting using Miyagi-Do. Both Eli and Xander would land some hits on each other, and the score would be 2-2, but in the end, Xander would get the final point, and he would defeat Eli, so Xander would once again be the boys' All Valley champion. The girls' match would stay the same. It would still be Sam and Tori in the finals, and much like in the original timeline, the referee would be on Tori's side, so Tori would still defeat Sam in this timeline. And even though Xander defeated Eli, Miyagi-Do would still be in the overall lead, so Miyagi-Do would win the All Valley tournament overall. Daniel would be happy that Miyagi-Do won, and the season would end in a very similar way. Robby would still decide to leave Cobra Kai, and he would want to take some time to reflect, but he wouldn't go to Daniel or Johnny in this timeline. Miguel would still run away. Kreese and Terry would go back to the Cobra Kai dojo, and they would be mad that they lost. Terry would tell Kreese that he failed his students, but with him running Cobra Kai, he wasn't gonna fail them. Kreese would say that they had a deal, that Cobra Kai lost, and that Cobra Kai had to be shut down, but Terry would remind Kreese that the deal was that Kreese would go, and that Cobra Kai was never gonna shut down. This is when the police would show up, and they would arrest Kreese. Terry Silver would still betray Kreese in this timeline, and the events of Cobra Kai Season 5 would carry on. Cobra Kai would continue to operate, and it would start growing, but not to the degree from the original timeline, so Terry Silver would never buy Topanga Karate in this timeline, and Topanga Karate would remain one of the biggest dojos in the valley. Daniel would be mad that Cobra Kai was still open, so he would go to the Cobra Kai dojo to confront Terry Silver, but Terry Silver would tell Daniel the details of the deal, that Kreese would go, but that Cobra Kai wouldn't shut down. Daniel would be mad, so the rivalry between Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do would continue, and that is where I'm gonna end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Xander Stone won the All Valley tournament during the events of Cobra Kai Season 4? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.